Hello and welcome back to Spirit Mom. Today at Spirit School, we will be finishing off this chapter of chakras. As we close this chapter, let's look back though and reflect on what we've learned. We started at the root. There is where our drive to survive lives. It's also where our energy from below comes from. Very important. Next, we have the sacral chakra, the poor me chakra. This is where our views of ourselves comes from. If this chakra is secure, there's a good chance the solar plexus will also be secure because they work hand in hand. As we move up to that solar plex chakra, it is still about me, but now it's me and others. How do they view me? How can I control them? How do I let them control me? Who am I? Next, we have the heart. Regardless of any of the chakra situations, we can open the heart. We want the others to be balanced so the heart's energy can enter them though, because we could live only in the heart without the rest being balanced. It is for the other chakras' benefits to let that heart energy in. It is its own independent energy source as well as being connected to the rest. This is why the throat and the solar plexus gateways to the rest. The heart is where if we lived there, we would be better and the whole world would be better. This next is our throat chakra. This is our stage onto the world. The us comes out to the world. Next we have the third eye chakra, which literal magic happens. Using this energy source, we start to perceive things we didn't even know was possible. The world becomes more alive, more vibrant. Next, we have the last, but also the first chakra. We have the crown chakra, our direct link into our soul and any entity that wants to chime in. Here is where we learn to listen to ourselves in the silence. Here we can also learn to weed out external voices for only those with our highest good in mind. These are the 7 main energy sources that print out the us. Though there is many microcosms, like many chakras in our system that form in all the microcosms of us, from our ears to our feet to our hands. And remember, if they are not functioning correctly, that's any of them, they will manifest illness and emotional imbalances. So it's up to us to stay on the path, to stay balanced, to stay true to ourselves and all the needs that we have. Wherever something comes up, there is a place it came out of. Everything from the other side, including physical matter, comes through. So even the physical matter you see, this is alchemical reactions and literal manifestations. It's coming from the other side through the prism, out through our chakras, making us. And the main ones are those 7, but there is lots. Some say 10, 20. I've heard 30 in the 30s, I think it's 36. I've heard hundreds, which makes sense. I think there's probably many more. Actually, and then I've heard less. I've heard 5, which makes sense. This is a fun fact because the way our chakras work, and I explained this in the beginning, is 5. So the 2, so sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, point, back to front, where crown and root point up and down. So I bet if we get to that point one day, which I hope we do in our evolution, and we are able to deeply study things that are switching into the 4th and the 5th dimension, we can scientifically learn why these ones are our gateway ones and all the mini ones that are everywhere. And if you look at the tree of life, they link up in different places. And where the sacral and the solar plexus are, they're side by side, and that actually resonates for me because they're seem to be the liver and the spleen. So they're side by side. It's not like that picture you always see of the up and down. But maybe it is. Maybe they're completely different things and they just happen to overlap. The world is fascinating, and you don't need to get lost in it. Chakras can be like gemstones where people, and even yoga, though yoga is very helpful, where people can get lost in it when I think it's a gateway modality. Like, it's definitely something to explore, but it's a stone on the path that you need to keep walking on. It's not where you should land unless you're, like I was saying before, actually want to be like a chakra scientist or those chakra intuitives that can heal people. But for the rest of us, let's keep going. Chakras are great, but you don't actually need to know what chakra it correlates with to know it's an issue. If you've got problems with your mother, it doesn't matter what chakra it's in, heal it. The art of letting go is no joke. Let it go. It doesn't matter which chakra it's in. Yes, by all means, if you want to try vibrational healing and all these crystals and salt baths, they're great to help, especially when you start out. But at the end of the day, if you don't let it go, if you don't get rid of it and keep letting it go, it's just going to come back. It doesn't matter what healing modality you use, what angel you pray to, what mantra you use, it's going to come back. So it's up to you to remember these are helpful tools. I'm not putting them down. They're helpful. They're great to know. They're great to learn the self. The whole mission here is learn thyself. Find the I am that is you. But remember, don't get lost there. We need to shed this human skin while remaining human. The goal is some sort of still being a flesh suit, but switching into fourth, fifth dimensional energetic kind of powers here, and not just for masters. We're literally in the age of Aquarius. Hopefully by the end of it, we will all just be able to manifest. The point is you have to stay true to you, but you need to find the authentic you and not get lost in the shuffle, not get lost in shadow regions, not get lost in the ego. Find you. You do this by letting it all go. This is actually just a coincidence, but this upcoming new moon, either on the 26th or the 27th of August 2022, is all about letting go. So let's let go of all that shadow stuff in our chakras, step into the new, improved, raising in vibration, us. Tomorrow we will talk about the law of polarity. Namaste, people. Goodbye for now. Spirit Mom.